Hello and welcome to the Unfunny Inc.
I, I,
podcast.
I was literally about to. All right, cool. We'll
Once
just.
again, once again, it is just me and Mr. Jo3.
I mean,
This is
that's the
episode
norm.
5.
You may as well call us jail three after dark at this point. Um, but it's
Mr.
fine.
Jo3,
Yeah.
how was your week?
Um. Well, I did a whole lot of nothing.
Hmm,
Except school. My favorite thing in the whole wide world. Not getting paid to say this, or have a very dangerous weapon against my head. Definitely.
definitely not. Definitely not.
No, I was, Justin can vouch, I was sort of slightly stressing about probably half my English grade, and then also proceeded to wait till last minute to work on it, because that's just, how we
Yep.
roll. Um, and yeah, that was essentially my week until like Wednesday, and then since then I have done jack shit. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Pretty
I haven't
nice,
really done
actually.
much either. It's literally just been schoolwork all week
Yeah.
for me.
I've spent my entire time trying to get back into streaming and ranting about underscore.
Been a lot of Discord.
Mm,
Yeah, we do that a lot.
yeah, that's
It's one of
fine.
our favorite topics to talk about.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Hmm.
Yeah. So how was what will you kind of talk about your week? Should we get right into our first thing, which everyone probably clicked on because of my great thumbnail that I definitely made and definitely didn't steal off the internet.
Definitely not.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. That's future me's problem.
Who knows? Yeah.
Um, yeah. So there's been a bit of a dilemma in the eyes of some on Twitch called hot tub streamers. Cheesus' favorite. Besides Pokimane. So
Yeah, they seem to be dominating the homepage. Just a little.
yeah. Okay, your mic is having a few issues. We kind of expected this. It's
Yeah,
fine. If we just bruh it, it'll be fine.
bruh.
I told you, it's magic. Uh, it's okay. There's like a 30% chance we just use Justin's audio and you guys won't even hear it. That's fine. So
Oh, my audio's breaking as well. It's okay.
oh, okay. Well, that's just great. That's fine. So yeah, there's a couple few that have just like dominated the front page of Twitch. Um, and essentially they just kind of it's making the platform look like a campsite. It's not good. As
No.
nice as they look, I don't care. Say I objectify women, they're objectifying themselves. Um,
Yeah.
Literally, there's one. That like I saw like some TikTok shit or something on it. Like it was like the top three. It was like how the sound, like how everything was going to shit. No, it was the live long enough to become a villain or whatever. Because it was like old Twitch to new Twitch. Um, and it was literally a chick that literally her tits were about to pop out. She just like pulled up her fucking bra and it was a sight to see. On Twitch, the site that was primarily a gaming streaming site. I know that's not the
Yeah.
only reason it exists, but like that was the primary reason until like a month ago. Uh,
I I just don't know how Twitch can justify this
um,
other than monetary gain when you allow
oh, audio. Love to see
people
it.
that are under the age of 18 to be on your
There we go.
platform. Fucking audio.
Yeah, well, your audio like stops for a few seconds, and speeds up. It's fine. They
Yeah,
get the general idea.
yours is doing that too here. I'll switch to my phone and hope your audio doesn't fucking hope
Okay,
your fucking OBS doesn't break. That way we can actually have a fucking podcast.
it should be fine. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna edit this. It's fine. No, just to deal with the issues as we deal with them.
No, I switched.
Oh, okay, it's fine. They'll still understand you. It's just slightly lower audio quality. It's fine.
Yeah, it should
We
it
don't have
should
a
be made.
budget. This is an
No,
intentionally bad podcast. But
indeed.
yeah, it's just like they had like their state of Twitch or whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know. And apparently they basically just didn't really address it. They just said there's not really thing. They're not really gonna do much. So shout out to Twitch. They're all. This is YouTube. I can say it. They're all simps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
They ban the word simp, but they won't, deal with the rampant issue of more and more chicks saying that call it empowerment because that's modern feminism. Cancel me, don't cancel Justin. I edit these. I'm the main dude. Hi. If you want, cancel. If you're gonna cancel somebody, cancel me for saying that. There's more and more women just saying, "Hey, fuck it, I can triple my bank account by sitting in a pool and objectifying myself to men on the internet." I mean, don't get me wrong, the men watching them are just as big a fucking issue, but like that's an issue that's harder to deal with. On a platform and from Twitch's perspective, that's an issue that's kind of harder to deal with. But
Yeah,
that's a thing that like
it's
people
it's
would have
hard
to
to
do,
argue why they shouldn't do it either if Twitch isn't going to address it because
right?
they are making bank off it, and you might as
Yeah,
well
yeah, oh
uh,
yeah.
use what you have to your advantage to say it as polite as I can.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they no, like I can see that. I mean, you may as fucking well at that point. Literally, all you need to do for a job at that point in your career, as long as you got the looks, is literally sit in a tub and just half naked. Like I get
Yeah,
the hustle, I get chasing the bag, as they would say nowadays. But like, it's doesn't mean it's not a fucking issue on the site. And normally, I would, you could go to sites that are literally strictly about being a cam girl instead of doing it on Twitch. The site that has literal children on it, by the way. You only have to be 13 legally to make an account on Twitch. And obviously, there's children that are younger than that that lie about their age. For
yeah.
TOS purposes, I don't know any personally. Um,
I don't know anyone.
yeah, so like it's a genuine like problem on Twitch. To be honest, it's not a that like if it was an 18 plus website, I wouldn't care as much.
Mm-mm.
But the fact that it's not only a site where children are on, it's probably spending a lot of their time nowadays because it's modern. It's 2021.
Yeah,
But like they're seeing that, especially like younger women. I'm gonna sound like the average motivational cringy fucker here. Or maybe I don't know what the right word is. There's young women there that are seeing that and be like, this is what I should need to do if I'm gonna make money. The,
yeah.
that's what's kind of started. That people who literally count down the days till they turn 18 to start an OnlyFans. It's that sort of mindset, and that's what they're seeing. That of course they're gonna think that way, because
Hmm.
they'll think, let me just objectify myself so I can make a little bank and never have to work a day in my life, besides to keep myself looking beautiful.
Yeah. Uh, Another thing that like really scares me with it is we both talked about it pretty extensively, but the topic of parasocial relationships, and this
Mm,
takes it to a whole different level of wrong with parasocial relationships.
yeah,
It's
for
like you're gonna have
sure.
people get romantically invested in people that don't know you because you're sitting there half naked, and teenagers whose hormones are not developed are going to take that as just something that they shouldn't, but they will because they're still developing. So
Oh
of course
yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the problem. I mean, parasocial relationships have always been an issue. I mean, if we
Yeah,
want to get into that a little bit, I mean, I'm not gonna get like super in depth into it, but like that's genuinely like I'm not gonna call it any specific community dream SMB
yeah,
and dream stance but like that's honestly an issue that kind of is concerning amongst people with
yeah,
just forming parasocial relationships with people like Tommy and Tubbo's IRL stream. Bro, there was people who were literally probably high on something that literally took Tubbo's phone. They're lucky that like that wouldn't have been me because they would have been knocked clean to the floor. I think Tubbo and Tommy were just kind of scared to do anything.
yeah.
Um, because if they were fought back, Twitch would probably be like no and ban Tubbo, but probably not because he makes them too much money.
Hmm.
But it's probably a risk they didn't want to take, and they're not like the biggest dudes. Obviously, Tommy and Tubbo are still children too. I mean, I understand why
Yeah,
they didn't like do anything physical. I'm sure they called the fucking like proper authorities. Um,
they should have.
I would assume they did, like right after. I would hope they did at least that. And like stuff like that. And then there was a group at some point of people that were following them around, which I know the whole point, they were doing like an IRL manhunt. You're supposed to like find them and say, I think it was like tag or something, and then tag them. But there was a group of people that didn't even do that. They just followed them around until the group was big enough to where it kind of intimidated the Tobby, Tobo, and Jack was on the camera, Jack Manifold, to the
Yeah,
point where they literally were like, till they literally had to ask them to leave and leave them alone, and they had to, they did. Most of them did after they got a group picture, but then still some of them continued to follow them, like
they're
that,
gonna need to hire security.
the,
That's
to the fact that people are developing the thinking in their, like, they think in their head, oh yeah, it's just normal for me to follow this person that I watch and admire. Which, I mean, if you if you're inspired by a creator, that's
that's
slightly different than like developing this weird relationship where you think you can just follow them around, and that's normal.
yeah.
That's not normal. Newsflash.
No,
Bro, if I met a
and
bigger creator, I'd get a photo and be done. They are a person too. They deserve their own privacy and shit. Maybe have a small conversation if they're up for it. Every creator's different. I mean, if I were ever to get clout, never happening. I wouldn't care if people came up to me for a photo or a quick conversation. But if they continue to follow me around, bro, that's what I call proper authorities. That's weird shit.
yeah,
That's called a. It's kind of called like a thing called stalking, and um, without the creator's consent, that is literally illegal and can actually get you in trouble. Um, More trouble depending on where you are, but you know, or get your ass beat by somebody. Depends on the person.
yeah.
Uh,
Um,
that's just kind of how that's the serious. I don't know how we got from. Oh, I know how we got, because it kind of goes back to the previous topic a little bit. But that's just the parasocial relationships rant that I would.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see what happens to like Tubbo and Tommy who don't sexualize themselves. So now
Oh
imagine what's
no.
gonna happen when someone sees like a hot tub streamer out on the streets.
Oh, they're fucked.
There's
They
there's
don't.
going to be a lawsuit that happens over it. And
Oh yeah.
honestly, like, how do you expect children to react?
Right. Yeah. That's
Like
the biggest issue.
they're still developing. They're going to be confused, and the hot tub streamers are just going to confuse them even more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. Dude, people, and there's another thing here. Like, people say it, and I genuinely can kind of see it depending on like the location. If you look at like, we'll say like an age demographic of like 12 to 15, they look way older than we fucking did when we were 12 to 15, because they see these people and think they need to look like them immediately, as young as possible. They get this weird beauty standard that is like, bro, no one's gonna care. Middle
No.
school, everyone stunk. Everyone wore Axe. Shout out the Choco Sandwich Podcast for that one.
Yeah.
Everyone like didn't smell what good. No one like was like truly like an attractive person. Probably. Like, it's a different middle school. No one gives a shit, dude. Even high school, like, shouldn't give a fuck. Like, if people like, you don't. I don't know how I'm trying to. It's a beauty standard like blown way out of proportion. They believe they need to be the most beautiful person on the block, when in reality every person's different. Like, not everyone's gonna be stereotypical like beautiful model, and they shouldn't have to be. That's kind of the point I'm trying to get across. I'm just bad at wording things.
Yeah. People have this obsession with trying to be flawless, and that's not
Yeah,
what being human is about.
no,
Humans are flawed,
every
both
single person is
physically,
flawed.
mentally, all that sort of stuff.
Every single person has flaws. There's no perfect person.
And
Never
when
will
you
be.
try and hide them, you just make it worse by internalizing them, and you shouldn't do that.
Oh yeah, no, completely. I completely agree. Um, like, I don't know. It's a weird situation. I mean, rolling back to the original topic. I mean, there's definitely multiple people at fault. Twitch is at fault. The streamers are kind of at fault, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's the viewers at fault. People who watch that and support that. Um, People who literally dropped like their whole paycheck on these streamers. That's always been an issue on Twitch, though. Um, then they banned the word
Yeah.
that people can make fun of them using, simps. You love to see it. GD Twitch. Yeah. But that's I don't know. I don't think there's much more to say. Oh, the way we have things listed for this podcast is very funny. I will say that. We will try to. It's probably time to try to move on a little bit though. Keep these
Move on. Yeah, it is like 15 minutes in now.
yeah, just like we could cover it more later if people wanted it, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just figured we'd get that out of the way because it's probably the majority of the thumbnail because we need views.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, do we actually want to go in the order we have it down, or do we actually want to go in the order that would make sense? Which is the other serious topic?
Let's stay on social media.
Okay. Yeah. So to move
Let's
on to
switch
the other
platforms though. Let's switch
to the
to the
better one.
platform of YouTube,
Okay. To the better one.
and its problems, especially in the Minecraft
So.
community, but it seems to be branching out now.
So the main thing, obviously, there's three letters. Boom, EDP. You already know.
Yep, demonetized. There we go.
Yeah, probably channel terminated. So obviously the situation EDP won't get into it too much because you probably already know his channel and the people that did the whatever
Exposed.
the exposed thing both got terminated. His alt or his second channel or whatever I think is still up at the time of recording. EDP has like a second channel, but I don't think he's uploaded on there since. Like he uploaded the day of, and then hasn't uploaded since I believe. And like the whole situation, like I wasn't ever an EDP viewer. It didn't hurt as much as CallMeCarson. But like it's definitely sparked a conversation. Which so because he's the third like big creator in what 4 months. 2021 has just been a year of creators getting exposed. I swear.
Yeah.
First we had CallMeCarson, the most unfortunate one.
Back in January.
Yeah, that was literally January 3rd.
Yeah, it was one of the first couple of days of the year.
Man's
Said,
literally
well, that was a
tweeted
great start.
January 2nd, and then January 3rd, his career just got fucked.
Ended, yeah. Fairly, but
yeah, pretty fairly. I mean, there'll be people
doesn't
that
make it hurt any less.
Like the reason some people they say the age it's 17, 19. That's not the problem most people had to the Carson situation. The Carson situation was a bit different than the other two we'll get into a bit. The main issue people had of Carson is it brings up the issue of a sort of power dynamic, and I'm sure people heard that word a lot back when it happened. Carson obviously has a bit of power over a fan when it comes to talking with them. Any social media creator could, or any celebrity could. That's just kind of something that happens. It's not always used for like bad things, but in Carson's case, it was. He was talking to an underage person, and even if it was through certain laws and logistics legal, until you add in the fact that he had CP, child images that are illegal, we'll say, to not actually get taken down by YouTube. And when you add in that fact, he's automatically a bad guy. And the fact, obviously there was a whole thing like, oh, this person with the same username and stuff came out and said it was fake. The person had deactivated their account. The way Twitter and most social medias work, if you deactivate your account after, I believe, depending on social media, 30 or 60 days, the username and everything becomes like takeable, essentially. So somebody could have easily, if they had saved their profile picture, the previous person, I believe the name was Sam or something like that, and just take the same username, same profile picture, boom, looks the exact same. Easy to replicate it like that. And that was proven to be true. Like that was what happened. And even then, I know some of his Noah Hubox, however you say his name. I know some people have said he wasn't a trustworthy person, but Travis came out also on Drama Alert. Shalat, one of the people that are like canceled the most, but genuinely like I don't think he would lie about that. There's like Carson wasn't like it wasn't. There was no way he was. He posted on his Instagram story for like 6 minutes and deleted it. But I genuinely think, given enough time, there's a chance he would come back. I think he's the one out of 3 that I could see coming actually being able to salvage his career. Well, the second one could, because cancel culture picks and chooses who they cancel, but that's besides the point. And in a perfect world, he's the only one who I could see making a comeback, just
Maybe.
because it wasn't technically illegal, and it was just kind of a situation where he needed help and he did not stop doing what he needed help for, and then didn't pursue help essentially.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people just wouldn't watch him again, and the more and more that I think about it, the more and more that I just hate what he did. Because, like, you think with a fan, if you get to interact with someone that you look up to, you're gonna do whatever you can to keep interacting with that person.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
Carson, in doing what he did, completely took advantage of that fact and just manipulated,
yeah.
as far as we know, just the one person, but probably others that just
Well,
never spoke out.
there was I believe one more person that came out, but it was
Yeah,
harder to prove that one.
yeah,
And then some yeah. So I mean, he's. I don't think. Even if he did come back, he would. There's still a decent amount of Carson supporters out there, which it's the only one
heck,
I can.
freaking many lads.
Yeah, I don't understand it. We continue to support him. I get he. I mean, genuinely, he was one of my favorite creators. I get to in that aspect. That like I wasn't playing up how I felt in my Carson video. You can go back and watch. I was genuinely distraught there because it did suck. He was genuinely one of my favorite creators and one of like the main inspirations for how I kind of tried to morph my YouTube content, like joke wise and stuff. But at the end of the day, he fucked up,
Yeah.
and multiple other YouTubers have fucked up. Obviously, EDP's most recent one. There's not much to be able to say there. I mean, he was like basically an internet meme that just kept coming, and now he's ripped to that.
The meme is done.
Yeah. And obviously, there's the big ones. I mean, there you had your mini lad, but mini lad's literally only still around because he moved. He literally left the states
Mm-hmm.
to avoid legal trouble. Literally, no one watches it. Literally, he gets
Yeah.
dislike bombed. People would click on his videos just to dislike it. So that's literally like
As it
where all
should
his views
be.
come from, as it should. Yeah. I
Yeah.
hope all of them have ad blockers so he makes no money. Um, he
Mm-hmm.
should be demonetized, but he's not. Speaking of people who are demonetized, though, James Charles.
Jimmy C.
James. Yeah.
I don't think this one's really a surprise. He keeps fucking up,
Oh yeah. No.
and for some reason, people just keep giving him more chances.
No. Yeah. James Charles, the guru to the LGBTQ plus community, um,
Yeah.
and cancel culture. They seem to love him. They haven't canceled him once.
He
Um,
got canceled more the first time.
he had some backlash the first time. But for context,
That yeah.
it's been exposed multiple times for having text underage dudes, and I don't think I think it's just dudes, but still, regardless, underage people, underage children, multiple times. Not even like it was
Mm-hmm.
just once. So once is terrible enough, but multiple times he keeps
I
going.
think the first time it was a 1917 situation,
I believe so. I believe it was the
which is why people got
situation.
over it.
I believe it was either 19 and 17 or like 17 and like 20, which still in some places is technically illegal.
Yeah.
Um, so it was some people, it's a similar situation to Carson. They didn't really. There was a lot of people who still just didn't care. And
Yeah.
then I believe the second one was like 16, 20, I don't know. He was well into his adult years, and they were like 16 or 17 or something. So
Yeah.
there's more of a thing there. It's more of a illegal. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like and like I could, the only way I could have seen him arguing was that way out of that one in the perfect world was if the person was about to turn 18, but I believe they were 16, so they were far from 18, at least a year out. So no, um, and yeah, that I don't know. It's he's still here. His channel I believe has been demonetized. Thank fuck.
Yes, YouTube
Um, YouTube
stepped
actually
in
does
and
something.
did something
The
for
one,
once.
yeah. YouTube finally did something. They've seemed to be actually kind of good at taking down these predators and shit. They literally
Yeah.
deleted EDP's channel They've
half the
demonetized Jake
community
Paul's.
wasn't doing it.
Oh no. So I hope that fucker doesn't make a single dime off YouTube again. Fuck James Charles.
As well as his YouTube channel getting demonetized. I think he lost his makeup deal with
I believe
Morphe,
so.
I believe it was.
And well, whatever company it was, I believe so. So I hope
Yeah.
the fucker never makes another cent from it. His fucking name in his life.
So even
Um,
if he hasn't lost all of his revenue streams, he's lost
yeah,
a big percentage of them.
yeah. Uh, who's the? Oh, this one isn't a pedophile situation, but the other big YouTuber that's kind of been, in the controversies the last few months, David Dobrik. We all know David Dobrik. He was like one of the biggest vloggers, sort of YouTubers until like a month ago. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know the whole situation, admittedly. I didn't keep up with it as much as like some of the other situations we've talked about. But I believe it was like he had a friend that like he forced his friend to do something for a video and then like I don't know. I don't know the whole situation, admittedly. Um but clearly it was bad considering he lost like all of his revenue sources except maybe a
Yeah.
few. Like I know
I
the
can't I
general
can't say I'm
idea,
surprised this sort
but
of thing happened
I'm
just
not
with the
shocked whatsoever.
crazy shit that went on in his videos.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not shocked whatsoever. Um, I wasn't ever like a big David Dobrik watcher. I think I literally had watched like just a handful of his videos when it had the controversy happened, like ever.
Same
Um,
here.
like so I would like I don't know. I don't know it's the situation I'm least informed on, so I won't say too much about it. But like I don't know. It just seems like this year has not been very nice to YouTubers.
No,
Like,
honestly, I think we'll be seeing like in the future more shit like this because
oh yeah,
YouTube's just getting crazier and
oh yeah.
crazier as a platform.
I believe each of these happen like every month. There's been at least one every month this year so far. So maybe it's a year of
Pretty
just
much,
YouTubers getting
it's
exposed.
averaging a big controversy for a month at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. I mean,
On
I mean,
top of the
YouTube.
shit that the Paul brothers are doing, fucking
Well, yeah, we don't talk about Jake Paul, Ben Askren. We don't talk about that fight, the rigged ass fight.
no.
Anyways, Logan Paul. Well, I mean, we can talk about it a little bit. Motherfucker was smiling. Ben was smiling after the fight. After he got fucking floored in like less than 2 minutes. Who the fuck would
Yeah,
smile unless they're making fucking bank and don't care?
man made fucking bank.
Yeah, no. Like once again, I respect the hustle, Ben, but like you just lost all fucking integrity and respect in the fucking field.
Bro, I don't think he cares. Man made bank.
Clearly, I mean, he is well retired. I believe he's retired. So I mean, I don't. I mean, I get
Yeah,
it. He's got kids. I understand. Doesn't
he
mean
retired back in 2019, I think.
I was gonna say he retired like not too long ago. I'm not as big in like MMA, boxing, any of those scenes, but I know the big names. And when people retire, I that ends up on my Twitter timeline. Uh, yeah. And like I don't know, it's just weird. I mean, Logan Paul's about to fight Floyd in what June, which will be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm more interested in that than Ben Askren or anything Jake Paul does. Um,
I don't know. I think this Logan fight's literally just gonna be Floyd just avoiding him for like
yeah,
6 rounds.
I see it literally being Floyd either on the defensive majority of the time, or Logan just winning. And
Uh,
I can actually see a way Logan wins. Just because Floyd's, he's getting up there. He's what, like 50?
yeah,
Oh, he's 50 plus. I don't remember his exact age. But he's
I
up
think it's
there.
52 or something like
Yeah.
that.
So like it's. I mean, it wouldn't. It's not gonna affect him too much if he lost at this point in his life. He's well past. He's still
I
a
don't
legend regardless. And I think that's a fight. Hopefully not gonna end in 2 minutes, but I think that's a fight. Genuinely, like people will. I could. There's probably not as much hype around it because everyone just wants to see Jake Paul get his fucking ass beat.
Yeah,
Um, which still praying that eventually happens, but um,
I I think this is a little scarier for Floyd than people think because people they keep calling back on the KSI fight that Logan was in which he was too scared to throw his right hand.
mhm.
I think a lot of that nerve came down to him being scared of being knocked out by KSI.
I think
If you get knocked out by Floyd, you're not going to ruin your reputation.
if
So
yeah
there's no reason for him not to commit to the right hand.
yeah if he lose
And
like
Floyd's fighting at 30 pounds lighter than
yeah
Logan.
yeah like well Logan literally has nothing to lose in his fight with
No,
Floyd. He
he
has
only has stuff to gain.
yeah he has like if
The only thing Floyd has to gain is money.
yeah well and Floyd's gonna make bank regardless. So like
Yeah.
Logan is literally he has nothing to lose. So therefore, I mean it's a saying. If the person well actually it's the other way around. The person who's lost everything or has nothing left to lose is usually most dangerous. He doesn't ever hasn't ever really lost anything. He had nothing to lose. So like he's gonna take some risk basically. He
Yeah.
has no reason not to take risks to try to win because if he wins, that makes him that benefits him greatly. As opposed to if he got knocked out, so be it. It's Floyd fucking Mayweather.
Yeah.
Like he's
I don't
expected
think
to
he will be
lose.
knocked out. I
I don't think he.
I think Floyd, if I had to give my prediction for this fight, I think it's going to be really boring. I think Floyd is going to volume punch enough to win the rounds and then avoid Logan for the rest of
Yeah,
the round.
I think it comes down to a. I was gonna say it probably will come down to a decision or like
If Logan wins, it's going to be him hitting a right hook,
yeah, it's gonna
probably, and it landing
yeah.
flush.
And
That's
I
the
would
only way.
say if Floyd wins not by decision, it's gonna be he wears down Logan for the first 2 rounds and then just launches a quick spree.
Yeah,
Um,
that's how he wins,
yeah,
not by decision.
yeah, that's the way Floyd would
That's
win.
that's pretty much what he did against McGregor,
Yeah,
except versus McGregor he had 12 rounds, I think.
I think.
And this time he only has 6.
Yeah, but then again, that's also McGregor compared to Logan Paul. I mean, McGregor is not.
Yeah, it's
It's McGregor. Yeah,
Logan's carrying a lot more weight,
yeah,
just in size and in muscle. Man's
yeah.
jacked. You
Oh
can't
yeah,
deny
no,
that.
definitely. No, I think I'm genuinely more excited for this fight. I don't actually care if Logan Paul gets his ass beat because Logan's clearly become a better person than Jake. Jake
Yeah, I
never
have nothing
really.
against Logan Paul.
Logan, that's always interesting to me. Logan's the last since the whole incident. I think that was in like 2017. Now, holy shit, I'm old. It's 2017, 2018. The Force. Yeah, no. Um,
Yeah,
since then, he seemed to try to actually genuinely grow as a person, and I can respect that.
yeah.
And then there's Jake
That's
Paul.
that's sort of the difference between Logan and Jake is that Logan actually grows from his mistakes,
Seemingly so, yeah.
whereas Jake does not.
Jake's ego has just continued to inflate the last couple of years, and he's had so many fuck ups, and he
He
just
hasn't faced any repercussions for his actions.
no. I genuinely just
Whereas
want to see
Logan got
him.
condemned by like the whole internet for the Forest thing.
Oh yeah, no. I genuinely expected his career to be over.
And
Like,
then people just made fun of him for months after he lost to KSI.
oh yeah, no. Like
And every
he's
time Logan's come back.
yeah.
So like
Logan's
I can
genuinely
respect that enough.
yeah. No, I can respect that Logan's been able to learn and bounce back. I can respect the whole like holding people accountable and shit like that. I mean, if that like that there's holding people accountable and then there's what Twitter thinks holding people accountable is for. But
Yeah.
like people held him accountable. He actually grew. That's good. And then the KS fights happen. They just bullied the shit out of him, and he just continued. He just took it and fucking grew from it. And I can respect it. Then there's
Yeah.
Jake Paul, who literally just needs to get his fast fucking knocked out in like 30 seconds to
Hmm.
deflate his ego finally. Man's a
Yeah.
fucking
He hasn't been humbled.
no. Every person's got to be humbled at some point, and he just hasn't yet.
Yeah.
I know people want to see him fight KSI, and I don't. I mean, I'm not
I don't want to
opposed,
see
but
that
I
fight
also
happen.
don't.
I don't think it benefits anyone.
I don't believe so either. I think
Like what does Jake gain from knocking out another YouTuber,
a YouTube
presuming he
belt.
does knock out KSI? What does KSI gain if he beats Jake? He's doing music and he's doing
Yeah.
pretty well mainstream in the
The
UK in
the
music.
the only thing KSI indirectly gains is Jake Paul finally shutting the fuck up for a few months.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Jake, I guess, gets to win another YouTuber belt. That means literally nothing. That's literally the only thing he would gain, and a further inflated ego until he finally gets knocked the fuck out. There's not really. I'm sure there'd be hype around the fight because it's KSI and Jake Paul, and people just want to see Jake get
Yeah.
fucking. That's where like most of the hype comes from. People just want to see Jake Paul lose,
Yeah.
and he hasn't really.
The thing is as much as I don't like Jake, Jake's taking his fights how a boxer would, because boxers when they first begin, they take a bunch of easy fights to make their record look good, and that's
Oh
what he's
yeah.
doing.
Oh yeah.
Except
No.
the only thing that people don't like about Jake is, for one, he's a fucking dick,
Oh yeah.
and two, he's freaking getting a million pay-per-view buys
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
against easy opponents, and he knows they're going to be easy opponents because that's what you do when you're starting a boxing career. Except he's
Oh
not looking to
yeah.
actually progress; he's just going sideways competition wise.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just want to see the motherfucker get knocked out. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. There's I think we've gone through all the YouTube and Twitch talk we need to talk about for the week.
Yeah,
Let's move into the like second half of the thing because most people have already clicked off anyway.
most
YouTube.
definitely.
We'll go into more like IRL shit for your boys, on the Unfunny KKOJ3 After Dark.
Real boys.
Uh, Well, obviously, you could judging off of the shit we talked about. We're both high school seniors. We're about to fucking graduate. Thank God.
We're being
Uh,
loaded with work
yeah,
literally a month before graduation.
yeah, getting stacked
It's
before
great.
the last term. You love to see it. Thanks,
Yeah.
teachers. Teachers. Yeah.
Uh, we're currently recording this in a public chat, and none of the other members of Unfunny have joined.
Yeah, yeah. That's just normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're about to graduate soon, which is pretty cool. But another thing,
What's
which
happening even sooner?
tomorrow. Actually,
Tomorrow.
already after this goes up. Shit, it would have already happened the previous Saturday. Shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's pretty wild. Asus. Had to do it at least once. Come on now. Like the wild but come out the Aces one is too. That one's retired to everyone except underscore. But
Yeah.
this one has a few more episodes before we wrap it up. Put in the stupid ass jokes that a Hall of Fame.
Put it in the vault.
Yeah, put it in the vault for 3 years from now.
Yeah.
So the boys may or may not, including underscore and my squeaky ass chair apparently, are going. We're gonna be hanging out because our prom May 1st. Well, it already happened. So
Tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow. By the
Is
time
when
we're
we're
recording this,
recording.
um, neither of us really wanted to go, so we didn't. We made plans. I said, "Hey Justin, let's go bowling," and he said, "Okay." And then we were originally gonna go with one of our other friends, maybe, and then underscore, Mr. Harpo
Yep.
underscore gaming. Now it's looking like either just us and maybe underscore showing up late, or underscore being very despair and like in great despair after he realizes without a prom tag he's not getting in. Um,
Yeah.
cause yeah,
Basically, to put what happened is he agreed to go bowling, and
yeah.
then
Well,
2 days
yeah.
ago,
Wednesday. So yeah,
he
3 days
says,
ago.
"Hey, I have a date to prom now, so I'm going to prom."
This is yeah.
He never bought a ticket,
So
and
he's
they're
not
not
getting.
selling tickets at the door. I don't even think they're handing tickets out at the door. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know how he's gonna try and get in.
I don't think he realizes that yet. It's gonna be very
Uh,
funny. Uh,
but it was pretty annoying when he ditched the boys for a girl
yeah.
he's been talking to for a
Well,
month. Whoa.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's really only annoying because he fully agreed that because we made the plans. What? Well over a week ago at this point.
Yeah, probably around 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, like week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Well, it's like 2 weeks we started talking about that, and then we actually like a week and a half ago we actually started like figuring out plans and shit for it.
Yeah,
Um, So, I mean, if you, like back then, if you said, well, maybe I might go to prom, so I would understand. I wouldn't be as upset.
Mhm.
But I wake up Wednesday morning. First message I see. Oh, I want to quote this. I want to quote this. Let me open it up real
Let's
quick.
quote it.
I'm going to quote it in his exact words. Let me scroll a little bit. We're in the Unfunny Discord that no one sees except us. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
quoted multiple times now on the podcast.
Yeah. So this is on 4/28. So yeah, Wednesday. Um, boys, I might go to prom with a woman. Let's just talk about the whole conversation. You ask Q, and he says, and I quote, "Ooh woo girl, ooh woo girl."
And then I respond, "That's mad whack."
Yeah. And then he said, I saw her at Chick-fil-A and she had a glow up, so he slid in her DMs. Which, I mean, to be fair, if a chick, I mean, yeah, I don't know his standards, but I mean, an Uwu girl having a glow up could literally just be them becoming normal again. Um,
Mhm.
and then yeah, we won't say every message, but like we basically just like basically it just becomes Justin saying, yeah, oh, I turned down two proposals to prom and underscore be like, what, why would you do that? And then he does the same jokes as usual. You can guess.
Yeah,
Then Justin explains his reason prom's gonna be shit because it's gonna be shit. And the reason's gonna be shit. And then I won't say the exact reason because he might get offended. If he actually watched our content. I'm gonna be ragging on him a lot, by the way, because I know he won't
come
watch
on. We're
this.
like, what, 30
Uh,
minutes in now? He's not watching this far, even
no,
if he did watch.
no. He said true, but he was offered something. Interpret that how you will, from the woman. And then we respond, that's sketch, but that's up to you. And then his reasoning is you act like she talks to many people. That's not good reasoning. This is when I actually decided to respond. Sounds more desperate than thoughty, but you do you, Chief. So basically, we tried to end it there. I won't go
Yeah.
into Murph for the deal. We just kind of ended it saying, yeah, you do you, whatever. Because I was fuming IRL, but I didn't want to make it apparent. Um, and then it
I was
just,
also pretty, how the kids say, pissed off.
yeah,
Uh,
a little upset. Like, I mean, I'm just, bros before hoes. That's the first rule of bro code, brother.
Come on, man. I turned down two
He
proposals,
did.
both by girls I had previously asked out. Just,
Yeah. I mean, women don't.
listen,
Yeah.
listen. I ain't no fucking simp.
Yeah. Women don't speak to me, so I didn't have to worry about it. But um, like I don't know, it's just kind of annoying when you make plans with the boys, and the boys don't
Yeah,
get to hang out IRL too much. We just start hanging on Discord calls every fucking night.
yeah. I had
Uh,
made a commitment to my boys, and I was
yeah,
going to stick with it because I am, in
like
fact, one of the boys.
yeah. His one of the boys' card has not been revoked. Like somebody that I tweeted about a couple of days ago. It just happened to be on the same day. Definitely no connection there. Um,
Definitely no connection.
no.
That was for Mr. Dylan Crimson, obviously.
Don't yeah. He was never one of the boys.
No.
It's just kind of annoying. Like our plans were, we were gonna go bowling because Nico, let's go bowling. The funny meme. And there's nothing else to do in this town.
Yeah.
So we were gonna do that, and then we were gonna, just hang out there for a couple hours, bowl, just hang out with the boys. Um, and then you may go back to maybe this part was more of like a maybe sort of scenario, going back to like
Yeah.
underscore's house or somebody's house. That isn't my shithole.
Mm.
And just hanging out overnight, and then going back to normalcy and being isolated in Discord calls the following day because
Pretty
that's just
much.
life. But that's probably not happening now. The bowling part's still
No.
probably gonna happen, and probably is. Oh, I mean, it is gonna happen.
It is gonna happen.
Yeah,
We're not
no,
canceling
we're
that
not. We're
shit
not
just
can
because
no.
he's not going.
We've learned to just not schedule around him because he's not reliable, regardless.
Well, it's just the fact that you fucking joked that he wasn't gonna show up literally the
Oh
day
yeah,
before.
I did do that Tuesday night. We were
Like
just in here, and I
probably
just
12 hours before he said, "Hey,
yeah,
I don't know if I'm
I
going."
literally made a joke like, "Watch, he's gonna find a reason to just not show up." I
Yeah.
was right again. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey. If this gets I'm gonna say it now. If this gets this gets 5 likes, I'm gonna do a Harpo_gaming exposed video.
Goddamn. Be the end of all our fucking
It's
career.
gonna be a part. It's probably mostly gonna be a meme because we're actually still kind of boys. He just pisses me off a lot,
Yeah.
but it'd be funny. Um,
It would be pretty funny.
you know, uh, yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Until the day he actually legitimately just pissed me off to the point where I say fucking make a true exposed video. No, I'm kidding. That's probably not gonna happen. Maybe I don't know.
Probably not.
There's a higher chance we just stop talking before that happens. To be honest.
Yeah, like
Uh,
don't get it twisted. We're still boys. It's just he pisses
yeah,
us off more than any other person in our group pisses anyone
yeah,
off.
that I can confirm. Um, that's just how it is. But yeah, that's the underscore talk for the time
Mostly
being.
with
So
plans.
yeah,
This
well,
plan
I mean, really the big thing is we just always make plans and then
shows up
uh he never actually
whether it
pulls
be
through, or
fucking
if he does, it's way late.
yeah.
Like, what's a few examples? Well, every single fucking podcast up until
Every
like
single
the last
podcast.
two. Like episode 3 was a fucking disaster. We don't talk about that. But episode 4 and 5, we just said fuck it. Episode 4, if we Justin tried to schedule around him, and he just wasn't fucking home at the time he said would be better.
Yeah.
And then episode 5, this one, we just didn't fucking care. We set the
Yeah, we
time.
said, hey, we're doing it at 9. Show up or fucking don't.
Yeah, we're
And then
doing it
everyone else showed
Friday
up.
night at 9, and if you show up, you show up. Because either me or Justin can record it, and there's like a 99% chance both of us will show up.
Yeah.
So it's really just if Cheesus or Harpo will show up, and I think Cheesus probably would, but he's probably working. There's
I
a
think if we would have given him more than like a fucking hour's notice, then he probably would have showed up.
Well, to be
But,
fair, well, we said we'd do it Friday. Well, I guess that was technically last week's, but we did say we were gonna do my Friday nights every week.
yeah.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. He's online.
Is he?
He was at least. I don't know if he still is. He's on Do Not Disturb.
Well,
He probably did just get back from work though. So
yeah. To be
I don't
fair,
blame him.
Jesus
He
is a
actually gets
workaholic.
hours.
Motherfucker gets actual work hours and stream. Did 2 fucking 12-hour streams this week. He's probably beat. I'm not gonna hold
Yeah.
it against him. I don't know what the fuck underscore does. Ever. Genuinely, I don't know what the fuck he's doing most of the time. So, but
Apparently talking to women.
apparently, don't know when the fuck that
I
happened.
mean, I find time to do both, but I guess some people can't.
Well, I I wouldn't know. Uh, Should we get some stuff he likes in the comments so I can do a Hyper underscore gaming exposed?
Come on.
Fucking hell.
If you made it this far in the video, make sure to like and
No
comment
one made it this far in the video.
banana.
Banana. I'll comment banana.
How comment banana? People be just really fucking confused.
Yeah.
Put a timestamp for banana and then make it a different time than this time.
Just make it like the end.
Make it the end. Make
Uh,
it like 10 minutes from the end. That way they watch till the end.
yes, it is.
Boom, watch time, baby. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's go. The baby. No, I mean, there's not. I mean, we could talk like we're kind of still on like a transition back to the content sort of game for the Unfunny boys. So I did bring up Cheesus. Motherfucker did 2 12-hour streams, 24
Yeah.
hours worth of streaming, and within like 2 days. I don't know how the motherfucker did it. Honestly,
Man doesn't have fucking shit to do for
clearly,
school.
we made him fill a hole in his wall of socks. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I guess streaming plans. I don't think either of us have fucking plans. So we can't really talk about
No.
that. I've started streaming again. I've managed to stream 2 days in a row. That's the first time that's happened in like 3 fucking months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't know how long. I don't think that streak's gonna last considering we're going bowling. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Unless we
Live
stream the
streaming mobile.
bowling. Yeah. Mobile streaming.
It'll be my return stream for the fucking
Fading it,
Third
yeah.
time
Yeah. Um,
since I haven't
yes.
streamed in 2 weeks now. I think
Nice.
maybe a week. I don't know, something like that. I don't give a fuck anymore.
That's yeah, it's fair.
It's
Fuck,
not even demotivation. It's just like I don't fucking care.
it's streaming's just streaming. It's like I have fun with it, but I also don't. But I also hate the fact that I'm essentially for if I want to keep the same numbers because people say don't care about numbers, but then everyone cares about numbers. That's the lie they don't tell you. It's just you don't care till afterwards. At least that's how I care. That's how I do it. I don't care about my live watch time. I care about how it affects me after, because that's what the algorithm cares about. Um, so like if I'm gonna be forced to stream like fucking at least every other day, even when I don't want to, just to keep up with the algorithm, I don't really care about streaming. YouTube is a bit different. As long as YouTube kind of figures out your upload schedule, so as long as you're
Yeah,
consistent with how
YouTube
you upload,
figures out an algorithm for you,
like if you're uploading
basically.
like once a week, if you upload as long as you upload like around the same time, same day, usually you'll still get rolled out to your subs at least and rolled out to the same
Yeah,
people and like the YouTube will notice the consistency. It used to be like you had the daily upload, but now YouTube's kind of changed the algorithm in the last couple of years.
yeah,
Which for the better. It's just I know streaming's a bit different, but like still, it just sucks that they kind of force your hand. You also kind you're comparing like the two, and I feel like like with Twitch, you're more. It's way easier to get forced to like stay and like basically be stuck playing the same thing.
oh yeah, 100%.
Like on YouTube, you're generally like you're gonna get this, especially at first. I mean, I can upload anything and get the same numbers. Um, it just depends how much I clickbait something. Love to see it. But like on Twitch, I if I don't stream like Jackbox, Minecraft, or like reaction streams, my views drop. Subnautica gets like 2 views, maybe three if Cheesus is not working.
Mm,
Uh, and then like Among Us is fucking dead. It only popped views, and I only played it again because the new map dropped. Like I would not stream it again. I haven't actually. I played it once because Jesus was playing it, and I wanted to see if I could. It was before he went to just plain modded. I wanted to see if I could somehow manage to get in his game, even though he's hiding the code. I did not, but you know. So I just memed for a couple rounds. But I like that. Twitch fucking sucks. When it comes to
yeah,
shit like that. I
like
mean, it just does just suck, but there's no competition right now. YouTube Live is still far enough behind in terms of features and like um just layout and shit that Twitch sort of has a monopoly on the streaming game.
mhm,
So it's just, I mean, YouTube has a monopoly on video uploading. It's not like YouTube doesn't have something as well. I mean, there's issues of both. I'm not saying that, but like Twitch is just fuck up after fuck up. I swear.
yeah. I
I
don't.
don't.
I'm sort of like at a point with streaming that I just like. I honestly don't give a fuck about numbers because I don't stream often enough for it to matter.
Yeah, that's fair. I
Uh,
yeah. I mean, I
every
don't know.
time I do it, I think it's less and less enjoyable.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I've sort of developed sort of like the Wilbur Soot mentality. Shout out to Wilbur Soot. Like I will not stream if I don't want to.
Same here.
Essentially, you could call me semi-retired, but it's not like it was ever a thing in the first place. It's just I I enjoy streaming, and I always want to stream until it actually comes to press the go live button and then I realize I'm gonna have to just exert all energy and try to be just constantly talk, constantly just be engaged, and that's way more difficult than it actually sounds. Especially as a
Yeah,
smaller streamer, when most of the time your chat isn't super active, so it's not like you can just like communicate that way. You may have like one or two viewers that are talkative, But for the most part, you get a lot of lurkers and shit, and I mean, that's fine. They're still supporting you. It's just harder. Just means it's even harder to sort of remain entertaining. So it's way more draining than you'd think. Like usually after streams, I either hopped in the Discord as per usual, or I went straight the fuck to bed. Usually, or
Yeah.
just tried to like not do anything, because it's way more draining than you would actually think.
Honestly, like I know it popped my best numbers, and I don't really give a fuck anymore. But at the time I did. But Among Us just fucking killed any want I had for streaming.
Yeah, that's fair.
It
I
wasn't even like a decline in viewers. It was just a mentality switch. Because when I started streaming, I was like, okay, I get to have fun with my boys. And then it became, okay, now I have like 10 to fucking 20 people here that I have to try and entertain.
yeah.
And that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, like I want to be like an entertainer, of some sort. I'd love to be like a
I don't
content
want to be a
creator and
live
shit.
entertainer, though. That's not what
Yeah,
I.
I much prefer being able to set up jokes and edit it and like through editing and shit. I genuinely believe just YouTube and like video editing and stuff is way more fun. I genuinely believe it's weird. It's kind of hard because it's been a while since me and Justin have like done things on stream and shit. But like, if you
Yeah.
look at videos where it's me and Justin, I will fully admit our recording sessions are way more fucking fun
Oh
than
yeah.
streaming.
I've had way more fun recording fucking Minecraft or some
Yeah,
shit than I ever did streaming
yeah,
Among Us or really just about anything besides a Doki Doki Literature Club.
like
That's the
genuinely,
one thing I had fun streaming.
that's
Like
fair.
genuinely, it didn't feel like effort.
Yeah, I just streaming is not fun. Some a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like
It's a lot more rewarding than YouTube, I'd say.
I would
Which
say, yeah, I would say, I don't know. I think it's a lot more rewarding in like the short term. Like,
yeah.
cause you can get affiliate relatively easily, I'd say, and then you can start making a little bit of money. The affiliate
Hmm.
contract fucking sucks, by the way. If you like multi-streaming or anything, you can't fucking multi-stream. Just for you people that are like wanting to stream to both platforms or something like that, or like
You can't do that when
or
you're in
you
a
wanna
full.
immediately get clips out for like your stream. You have to wait 24 hours. Twitch has
Yeah.
24-hour exclusivity to anything that you stream on their platform. They
Hmm.
don't really enforce that too much. Like if you put clips on other social medias, they don't really enforce it.
Hmm.
Um, but it's still something to keep in mind. The affiliate contract and some of the shit in there. It's some people will actually say it's more worth waiting until you are able to get partnered to just to even think about becoming an affiliate. I
Yeah.
somewhat agree, but at the same time I disagree because then you don't get emotes, you don't get channel points, stuff like that. But I
Yeah.
can also see their point because if you're gonna, because a lot of people will click off when they get an ad, and so you would genuinely probably lose a lot of viewers because of that. My response to that though is just turn off pre rolls. You can do that.
Yeah.
I don't, but I run enough ads to where usually pre rolls don't run. I try to run one at least like every half an hour. Sometimes I'm less successful, some admittedly, but I believe if you run at least one every half an hour, it doesn't run pre rolls, or maybe it's every 20 minutes. I don't know, one of the two. Like I save my ads for when I'm going to get a drink or some shit or switch games, but like I don't know. I don't I'm not in the with the group that says don't become an affiliate because if you want to stream, it's more like sure you may lose a couple viewers because ads, but like that's I,
Oh yeah. If you want to
there's
stream, affiliate has a
yeah.
bunch of upsides,
Oh yeah, it has
and not
more
only
upsides than
that,
downsides. You just have to keep in mind the downsides, like 24-hour exclusivity to
yeah. You just have to
content shit.
schedule it
Yeah.
to fit, especially if you're gonna try and like daily upload.
Yeah.
You have to set it up to where your uploads are 2 days behind your streams,
Yeah.
basically.
Essentially, yeah. Or at least like 24-ish hours. I mean, it's not likely they'll actually punish you for uploading shit, but it's just something you want to keep in mind just in case.
Yeah.
It's something you want to keep in the back of your head, essentially, and that's the thing with affiliate. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're not gonna make shit as an affiliate. I will say that, unless you got like Streamlabs set up or like third party shit set up. If you're thinking
Yeah.
like the money department, you don't make shit just from like Twitch subs or ads. I will tell you that now. Again, I don't think there's a specific clause that says that you can't say how much you make, but I won't just in case any of you know it's on YouTube. Um,
Yeah.
well, I can say how much you make from each sub and ad because that's common knowledge, but I can't say how much I make specifically. You make literally 1 cent per view of an ad, as an
Yeah.
affiliate, and you make half of each sub, meaning $2.50. Or
I think partners make a little bit more than half. But even they don't.
partners, I believe, make 60 or
50%,
70%, 60 or
Something
70.
like that.
I think it's
It's
70.
either it's either $3 or $3.50. I don't know which one it
Yeah,
is.
I think it's 350 a sub. I don't know the conversion with tier 2 and 3 subs off the top of my head, but
No one's up to tier 2 and tier 3.
no. So it's like they take a massive
They take a
chunk.
lot. Like,
So I would definitely recommend, if you are going to try to be a streamer, set up Streamlabs. Set up
yeah.
like get a
And for
business PayPal so you
viewers,
don't dox your name, and then set up Streamlabs and shit.
of like smaller streamers, I get it. It's just like, I don't know, Ludwig or something. I don't even think Ludwig has many. I don't know for sure, but I don't think he has too many tier 2 and tier 3 exclusive things.
Yeah.
But freaking subscribe at tier 1 and then use the money you would have used to subscribe at tier 2 or tier 3 and like donate it in bits or through PayPal or something, because
I would say
that's
Streamlabs,
how
yeah.
you win most
I would
efficiently.
say there's a way less of a like transact. They only take like fucking 2% on PayPal or 3%.
Yeah.
So I would, if you're gonna donate to your favorite streamer, especially a smaller streamer, if they have it set up. I mean, subscribing on Twitch is cool. I understand if you do that, but like if you're gonna just give them money like through bits or something, just do it through Streamlabs. If your bank or whatever is not a prick like mine,
Yeah, mine is
and
very quick.
yeah, because they're gonna make way more out of that, and you're not gonna give it to the big old Amazon that probably doesn't need your money.
I mean, I think Twitch takes all of their like main cut in taxes when you buy the bits, but
Well, for bits, yeah,
for 100 bits it's $1, but after tax it's 154.
well, it's 140 then 154 for some reason because they have to
Right.
upsell you. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, it's
So I think they take most of their cut there.
yeah, well, yeah, for bits. Like if you give 100 bits to somebody, they'll get the full dollar. It's
Yeah,
just they
you're
that
just paying
extra.
more for it
Yeah,
because
because Twitch.
Twitch wants their cut.
Yeah, they want their money. So very, very, very. It sucks. They don't need the money, but they want the money. Uh, and then
Yeah,
streamers also have to pay taxes. Obviously, because it's essentially a business. But they also get
it
business
is.
write-offs.
Yeah,
So it's like you take what you can get sort of situation. I haven't made enough. I can't say exactly what I've made to have to actually pay taxes at this point. On that money, specifically. So, but we will see by the end of the year. Maybe I'll just blow up, be the next Tommy in it. No, probably not. But yeah, I mean, I think we've had a fair share of small conversations, and we've hit the hour mark. So we gotta wrap up.
yeah.
Yeah, and
But just to sort of wrap up that thing, it's just Twitch. Twitch is a dumb platform.
yes,
uh, there's a lot of upsides to it. There's a lot of downsides to it. It's really just what you prefer.
yeah,
For me, I'm swaying more and more of just not Twitch anymore.
little do you guys know, we actually make millions of dollars, and we're gonna get a house together, and we're gonna vlog.
Yes, that is us.
Only one of those is even possible, and it's the vlog one, and that's it. That it'd be very boring
Honestly,
vlog.
what I would love to do is just blow up on YouTube and then just be one of those freaking Twitch streamers that just pretty much converse with chat the whole time and don't have to worry about the game.
Oh yeah, just
That'd
just
be
know you'll actually have viewers that are there for you and not a game. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
It's all a game,
that's the
dude.
dream. That's
It's
the
all a
dream.
game.
Blow up on YouTube and just literally, if you want to stream, just talk. Yeah. Or have
Yeah.
YouTube or Twitch offer you a big ass contract and make sweet tons of
Basically, what
money.
Wilbur is doing right now.
Yeah, basically. I mean, he gets on Origin sometimes, but like other than that, yeah.
He's mainly just talking to
Yeah,
chat,
he
though.
is
Not
mainly.
that Chad's very good anymore, but
Oh,
that's an episode. That's for episode 6, baby. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. All right, yeah. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to subscribe, like, and all that fun jazz. Um, I may actually get around to getting us on Spotify and shit eventually. But for now we're still on YouTube, and it's fine. Yeah, we'll get around. I'll get around to it, maybe.
Maybe
Getting us
by
enough that
episode
far.
10.
Maybe by episode 10,
If there
we'll
is
get
one of
there.
those.
Not likely. But if it is, it'll be us.
It'll be us too. No, they may be on there for episode 10.
They weren't there for episode 5, so we shall see.
They wouldn't be there for episodes 2 through 9, but
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Eventually we may also have our first guest. I don't know what the fuck happened to Sci-Fi. It seems
depending
to have
on
just
how bowling
disappeared.
goes, we may record episode 6 tomorrow.
Well.
Well, not tomorrow, probably Sunday. But
Well, we shall see. But we definitely there's a few people I could see being our first guests because Sci-Fi's kind of disappeared from the internet. Maybe yeah, I don't know. There's a couple wild choices, but I'm sure I'm not gonna say it.
we
Thank you
should
guys
have
for coming out.
Cheesus on as a guest.
Yeah, one of the 3 of the 4, like one of the members of Unfunny Inc. just as a guest. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Hope you enjoyed this wild episode.
Our links will be in the description.
Yeah, only ours this time. I was nice enough to leave the other 2, but not this time. It's only ours. Promise.
It's been 4 episodes since they've been here.
Yeah, no, it's basically just JL3 After Dark renamed and reskinned as Unfunny Podcast at this point. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for coming out. Hopefully be on Spotify soonish, maybe. I don't know. I don't have clout. We'll see.